Hello, everybody. This is Trey Morgan, and I wanted to make this video because I had a conversation that inspired me to address this topic. Now, I don't know, maybe you've heard the term pyramid scheme before. If you never heard that term, you can look it up. But basically, when someone says something is a pyramid scheme, they're usually saying that the opportunity that is being presented um, is structured in such a way that if one was to sign up to that opportunity and, you know, take the necessary actions to build themselves up and start making money within the opportunity, someone else at the top would benefit from that person's efforts. So basically, the whole pyramid scheme idea says that there are people at the bottom who are working their butt off, and then the people at the top are the ones who are really making all the money. So basically, it's a scheme. It's a pyramid scheme. Some people don't like that, but I observed and analyzed the structure of the job system. If you get a 9 to 5 job and you really look at it, you'll see that when you join a company and you're an employee for a company and you're starting out and you're working hard and you're working hard and you're working hard, there's somebody at the top who is not necessarily working as hard as you, but is profiting off your efforts. And not just your efforts, all the people at the bottom. It's a combination of all the people at the bottom, and then the people at the top are making a lot of money because of these people at the bottom. So we need to ask ourselves, is the 9 to 5 job structure uh, a pyramid scheme? Based on what, the definition of pyramid scheme that, and the way how people use that term. They're saying that the pyramid scheme is not fair. That's why they call it that, because it's a scheme. It's not fair. Someone is being treated unfairly within the structure of whatever we're talking about, it whether it's a business or a job, whatever. So if your job is a pyramid scheme, then it doesn't if you're an intelligent person and you hear that there's another option that's more lucrative, that allows more freedom as far as, like, your time, you don't have to work as much, you're not restricted, you have more control. If there is an option for that, for more control, for more fulfillment, for more success, more, a larger income, increase in income, then one should um take that into consideration and look at the other option. So the other option that I'm suggesting here is starting an internet business, but not the internet business that is being promoted like by marketers, like, oh, make $100 in 24 hours, or that's actually reasonable. Usually what you hear is like, oh, make $10,000 by tomorrow, or oh, make 1 million, by the end of the year, or how to make 300 in an hour. Those type of things, like fast money this, fast money that. Now, there are ways to make fast money. Don't get me wrong, but what we're talking about here is replacing a 9 to 5 job. A 9 to 5 job does have some form of security where you can expect a certain amount of money to come in every week, right? Or every other week. If that's the case, then if we want to replace that job, we need to make sure that when we replace it, the income that we're going to make is also going to be consistent, and it needs to be the same or more. So if you're going to build an internet business, you want something that is consistent, something that is stable. So that is the type of internet business I'm talking about, and that is the other option. And that is what I have been able to create. I've been able to develop the necessary skills and understanding and experience to not only build an internet business for myself that pays my bills and provides for me and allows me to have freedom, but I can also teach it. I can actually show someone how to do it, which I think is a great thing. So if you're stuck in the rat, the pyramid scheme, the 9 to 5 pyramid scheme, and you want to get out because you see that it's a bunch, just a bunch of BS. You see it because you've been working there for a while, or you're working at different jobs and maybe you're not getting a raise, or you're not getting a promotion, or it's just going to take a long time, or you're just not getting paid what you're worth. So many things that I would consider as cons, and maybe you would consider them as cons. Whereas when you have an internet business has its pros and cons, of course, but it has a lot more pros than cons from what I know. And if you are comparing it to a 9 to 5 job, it's definitely a better option. It's not for everybody, so not everyone can truly just make the decision to give up their 9 to 5 job and start a business, right? Not everyone has what it takes, but those of you who have what it takes, it is worth it. Now, how do you know if you have what it takes? Well, you have to ask yourself, if you had an opportunity to build a business, if someone was to show you, give you the steps and tell you this is what you have to do, you can build a business, it's going to be lucrative, you're going to be passionate about it, you're going to enjoy it. Would you give up at the first sign of an obstacle, right? The first sign of something not going right, or the first sign of something not being easy? Would you give up? If you give up easy, then not for you. For sure, not for you. If you expect something for nothing, not for you. If you are just someone who makes a lot of excuses, not for you. But if you are someone who wants freedom, who wants to spend more time with their family, who wants a better option, who wants to get paid what they're worth, who wants to add more value to the world, who wants to create opportunities for others, who wants to change lives, who wants to make more money, who wants to travel, who wants to do the things you love to do, who wants to live the best life now, who wants to create their own reality, then the internet business lifestyle is for you. And I can show you how to get there. I can show you the steps. I can give you the formula. I can tell you the mindset. I can give you everything you need. But at the end of the day, it's up to you to make the decision. All right. So you got to make the decision to get out of the 9 to 5 pyramid scheme. It's a trap. It is a trap. Okay. You will be fooled into thinking that everything is okay. But yes, everything is okay. You are in your comfort zone. There is some form of security, but you're going to miss out on a more fulfilling life. It's just as simple as that. If in the back of if deep down in your heart, you feel like you should be, living a better lifestyle, you feel like you have what it takes to start the internet business, and you feel like you just had enough. You had enough of the BS, then, reach out. I'm here. I'm here to help anyone who wants to be helped. Key words, anyone who wants to be helped. Not someone who thinks they want to be helped, someone who knows they want to be helped, someone who is looking for guidance, who will listen, follow directions, and apply what they learn, who will have faith, who will believe in themselves, who will have patience, who will understand that this is an opportunity. And if you don't jump on opportunity will pass you by. That's just how it goes. So you jump on opportunity and you commit. You make a decision that this is better than what I was doing before. Tired of that. I'm not happy. Are you happy? That's the question to ask yourself. Are you happy? Are you fulfilled? Or are you sick and tired? If you're sick and tired, if you're waking up and you're like, ah man, here we go again. Like if that is how you're living, it's not healthy. It's not healthy. We need to change that. And it takes time, but once it's changed, once you create that lifestyle, that lifestyle of freedom, it's yours. No one can take that away from you. You'll have the skills, you'll have the understanding, you'll have the assets, and you'll be able to, if anything were to happen, which very unlikely, because if you build your business a certain way, you can build your business in a way where it's almost indestructible. But even if something were to happen, you would have the skills and understanding to rebuild it. All right. With a 9-to-5 job, if you get fired, you're stuck. What do? You got to apply for another job and hope you get the job. Whereas with a business, if you develop the skill sets to build an internet business, a successful internet business, you can repeat it. You can repeat it while you still have the successful internet business. That's why you see people branch out into other niches and they have success in other business ventures, because if you can do it once, you can do it again. All right. So if you're interested in getting out of your 9-to-5 pyramid scheme, you're tired of it, just email me, Trey@fearlessboss.com. Check out my website, fearlessboss.com, for free content, free information, so you can understand, some of my teachings, some of the tips and advice that I give as far as building a successful internet business and, living a better lifestyle. All right. Take care. Peace.